Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so a lot of people have been asking, and we are finally getting the poll selection on the 22nd. For some reason, I thought it would be dropping on Christmas, because I thought we got the info 3 days before, but I guess it's literally like a day before. But yeah, it will be dropping the 22nd, and I'll be here all the way until the 6th. So, if you are curious, you can literally just wait to see exactly what the end of year is. So you can wait until you see the Bankai Live, and you can wait until you can see all of the patch notes and whatnot, and maybe showcases if you want to wait until you summon for post selection, which is probably the best thing. But there is a lot of value on this banner. Every single character is really good. A lot of people are upset about the Isen being in the banner compared to the swimsuit Jushiro. So I mean, I guess you can consider him to be like the only one that doesn't have that much value, but you still need a Brave Battle team. So if you don't have anybody and you at least want to be able to collect the orbs every single week, I think he's an excellent character. So yeah, so let's go over the format for it. And unfortunately, it is still only a 6-step banner. But maybe that's kind of for the best, so that way when you go in, you basically have a stopping. As you can see, you don't really get anything beforehand. Like, you get 20 free Hogyukyus, 10 Hogyuku wheels, 200 free link slot potions of each kind. It's like nothing too crazy, but once you hit the step 6, then you get 1 of 12 featured 5-star characters guaranteed. So that's realistically all I would say go for. Like, let's say you're going for like I almost said Dangai. Imagine you're going for the 8th anniversary Ichigo. You don't get him. You get like White. You get Sunson. You get Rangiku. I would still stop. I would still stop at step 6. There's no like step 10 pity like guaranteed new character. There's no step 10 guaranteed 5-star. You are roughing it at step 7, 250 orbs. And then you go to step 6, and then once end of year hits, and then you see what it is, then make your decision if you want to go deeper or if you want to save for end of year. So keep that in mind. And yeah, let's quickly go over all of the characters, because all of them are absolutely excellent. So the first character is going to be Isen. He's just one of the best Brave Battle characters in the entire game. Probably one of the best counters for Yamamoto as well, which is why I think he's really good. He has last ray on all of his abilities. He has Brave Battle, temporary invincibility plus 10 seconds. He has also damage to last ray enemies plus 60%. Wish he had like an increased chance to proc his last rate, so that way it's an even higher chance, because you do proc last rate, then they cannot use their strong tag. So Yamamoto can't use his debuff, Yuha can't use his SA2 boost. It's just a really nice skill. It's for 30 plus 2, prevent last ditch survival, and then once he gets below 50% HP, decrease damage taken. I already forgot if I said it, but he also has Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility, so that's really nice. And then for his innate skills, he has Guard Break, Long Reach, and Sprinter plus 1. So easily top 3 best Brave Battle characters in the entire game. But for end of year, we're definitely getting a new Brave Battle character, so we will have to see how long Isen holds up. So we'll have to see. Next, we got Sunson. She's an okay character overall, but realistically, she's just used for her Mind Link Slot Potion Link plus 5. So you basically just slap her on like a DPS, or like on a character like Rangiku, or on a character like Kaname, just farm all the Mind Link Slot potions your heart contents. That's how I usually use her. I've never actually used her besides like the very first time I got her. And outside of that, she's just an okay character, just an amazing link. Now Rangiku, she's the best super link slot potion farmer in the entire game, because she has the damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment plus 100%, and then she also has Guard Break and Pierce Iron Skin. Absolutely ludicrous character, love it. She also has a berserker value of 60%. The Devastation plus 60, so her Soul Bomb should do decent damage. She has Mind Drop with plus 30%, Mind Link Slot Potions plus 5, and Super Mind Link Slot Potions plus 5. So basically just an amazing farmer all around. She's not giving you plus 10 potions or anything. She's not giving you gold or crystals or anything, which I don't mind. I honestly don't really care for gold or link slot or crystal farmers. Not link slots, but like crystals and jewels. It's like whatever. If I ever see that in a character, I'll probably just skip them. It's a waste of ability. And then she has recovered 20% stamina every time you go into a room, and then freeze duration minus 100%, and then sprinter plus 1. So really great character. Easily like the best heart character farmer in the entire game. We do have the Momo that gives plus 10 super league slot, or plus 10 regular link slot potions, but she's a seasonal and she's a bit newer, so she wasn't able to join in on the banner. Next up we have Ulk. He has the Hollow and Espada killer. That's why he's like absolutely insane. He's basically just the Yamamoto for Espada, to be honest. The ranged Espada. Yamamoto was melee. Yamamoto is still better, but he's just like the closest thing to it. He has weakening and burn on all of his strong attacks. He has speed, attribute, or wrong card damage to status element affected enemies plus 40%. He has a wrong card resonance, so strong attack damage plus 10%. He has berserker plus 40%. Crazy that it's only 40%. It feels like it would be way more. He has bombardment plus 1, complete status immunity plus 100%, debilitator plus 5 seconds, devastation plus 40, and only a frenzy of 1. That is insane. He feels like he hits so hard. Crazy he only has a frenzy plus 1. Imagine if he had a frenzy plus 2 and an increased chance with proc status elements. Ludicrous. Honestly, get rid of the Ronka resonance, because you mainly use them in guild quests now, so you know that would be like my only gripe for him, to be honest. And then give him a frenzy plus 2 and then increased chance of inflicting status elements. Boom, done. He has Havoc plus 20%, and he has the SP boost of 80%. He also has Long Stride, Sharpshooter, and Sprinter plus 2, so really fun abilities. Absolutely love it. He's really fast. He's immune to everything. Probably one of my favorite skills to have on a character. Next up, we have the 8th Anniversary White, one of the most sought after mine characters in the entire game. He's absolutely broken. I love using him in IT. He's so much fun. He has Lacerate and Drain on all of his strong attacks. He is also Soul Reaper and no affiliation killer. He is mine attribute character, movement speed plus 30%. Not too keen on that one, to be honest. I don't really care about the movement speed, especially because, like, I guess for the event that dropped at the time that he dropped, it was really good. But since he's a melee character and his movement speed is increased, he always ends up running in before he gets his strong attacks done. So his auto is a bit iffy. I don't really like autoing with him. He's super fast, so if you can get his strong attacks before he runs in and starts punching everything and then getting one shot, then it's good. But if you don't have enough good links, autoing with him is kind of a nightmare. Mine attribute character special move damage plus 30%, and then he has bombardment plus 1, so it's really broken ability right here. So he already has bombardment plus 1, and then he gets an extra 30% on top of that. Crazy. And then he has damage to drain enemies and lacerate enemies plus 40% for drain and plus 60% for lacerated. He has a debilitator of 2 seconds, frenzy plus 2, havoc plus 20%, increased status ailment chance against heart attribute enemies plus 10%. So he has that increase plus frenzy plus 2, which is why he always procs his status ailments almost every single strong attack. And then he has the SP boost of 80%, and then he also has weakened defense to apply from the bombardment. So you're just absolutely nuking. One of the best nukers in the game. When the guild coast was like a one-shot mechanic still, he was one of the best characters. And then on top of that, he has all status immunity, Marauder, and I believe the only character in the entire game to have Sprinter plus 3. So a very speedy boy. And now we have the renewed version of Quincy Ichigo, one of the most sought after Ichigos. He's just absolutely broken. I didn't really see the when I first saw it, I wasn't doing content, so I didn't summon. I saw him and was like, he looks sick, but he doesn't look all that broken. And then I got him, and oh my god, bro. The only gripe I have about him is he has no status immunity and his SA1. I will not lie, his SA1 does feel a bit awful, but that's very easily whatever, considering the other strong attacks on his kit and how great of a character he is. He's just absolutely broken. So he's a Hollow and human killer. He has weakening and drain on all of his strong attacks. He has team party technique attribute character strong attack damage plus 20%, and then team party technique attribute strong attack recharge minus 20%. He has only a berserker value of 40% and a bruiser value of 20%. I hate that they give this an entire ability for bruiser plus 20. It's so dumb. It seems like a useless ability. He has Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Devastation plus 40%, Frenzy plus 2, increased status ailment chance against speed attribute enemies plus 10%, he has Sharpshooter, and an SP boost of 80%. And then for his innate skills, he has an extra 20% damage inflicted at full stamina, and Havoc plus 20%, and Sprinter plus 2. Very nice bonus abilities. One of the best Ichigos in the entire game, and probably the best technique character in the entire game. That's what a lot of people say, and I understand why. He feels absolutely insane. Alright, now we're up to 8th Anniversary Ichigo. One of the easily, to be honest, my favorite power character in the entire game. You can say you think Yamamoto is better, but outside of Guild Quest, I don't even see it. And with very hard Guild Quests out right now, I think this Ichigo is probably better still. Just how I see it. He has a hollow and no affiliation killer, and he has a strong attack recharge minus 14%, drain and weakening on all of his abilities. Very nice. Love this kit right there. SA1 is a bit iffy. Other than that, perfect strong attack kit. Love it. He has the damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20%, debilitator plus 5 seconds, devastation plus 60%. Wish he had a berserker value of 60%, to be honest. That would have been insane. He has a frenzy plus 3, havoc plus 20%, hit hidden enemy chance plus 100%, increased status element chance against technique attribute enemies plus 10%, poise break except for bird battles plus 1. This is like the one skill that I would say has like almost no use realistically. Like I just don't see it really working ever. Like even in like IT, he doesn't really stun the bosses or anything, so I just don't see the use for it. I never really see him do it. I think they could have given him something else. Honestly, if they gave him an SP boost, he would have been so broken. He probably would have been way too broken, to be honest. So that's probably why they didn't give him it. He has a shared complete status immunity plus 100%. He has sharpshooter, and then he has a 100% chance to hit dodging enemies of any affiliation. So if you need a scroll cross character, there you go. He has poise and he has sprinter plus 1. He's just he's so good. At 1 out of 5, he can auto super link slot potion stages literally like any week. Like the other month, I think it was November, there was a rule where you could not have drain. Like you just couldn't drain the enemies, so you can't heal back, and he could still auto it at 1 out of 5. Bro is built different. Alright, and now we're on to the best B character in the entire game realistically, like in terms of farming, besides Senjumaru, and it's Tenshi. He's just an insane farmer. He's basically Rangaku, but still better. So he has a berserker value of 60%, damage to enemies not affected by an ailment plus 100%, devastation plus 6%, only a frenzy plus 1, which is crazy that he's still this good. He has a melee damage plus 10%, plus 30% in co-op quests, and then he has power droplet drop plus 30%, power link slot potion plus 5, and super power link slot potion plus 5. That's basically why he's just so darn good. His value is just insane. He's easily the best free to play farm like character in the entire game in terms of like value. He also does have fire duration minus 100%, guard break, and sprinter plus 1. I'm just going over the main abilities just so I can try to speed this up a little bit, because dear god, it is going on for quite a while. And then we have Mila Rose, one of the best link slot farmers in the entire game, because she has the power link slot potions plus 10, and then she has the devastation plus 40, berserker value plus 40, damage inflicted at full stamina plus 60, and damage to last rate enemies plus 60%. Kind of unfortunate though that she only has a frenzy value of 1, and then she doesn't have an increased chance to proc status elements, so it's a bit iffy to get the last rate off, so that way you do the extra 60% damage, but it's still fine, nothing awful. You're mainly going to be using her in link slot stages like Inheritance Zone or epic raids, so it's not too bad. It's fine as long as it's not like a 75 million HP epic raid or anything. And then she has a Roncar Resonance, so strong attack damage plus 10% for if you're in a stage with the Ronkars. And there are quite a few Ronkar blue characters, I believe. I remember there being a few Grimjows, so you know, there you go. But for her innate skills, actually, she does have a chance to inflict last rate every 5 seconds at 12% for 2 seconds. So, in Inheritance Zone, that's actually quite good. In Guild Quest, I don't know how well that is, because it's a 12% chance every 5 seconds, and there's only one enemy on the field, so it's probably not that great. But in Inheritance Zone, that sounds really, really good. And now we have Manor or Hime, one of the best supports in the entire game, because of her SA2. She has a boost, a heal, and a shield. Absolutely insane, and it's an enhanced boost as well, which is why it's so darn good. She has a multi-barrier, and she has shared complete status immunity to plus 100%. Realistically, she's not a DPS or anything. She's just there to be one of the best supports for like literally any guild quest in the entire game, and that's what she's there for. Just absolutely insane support. So that way, if you ever needed a booster, you could just bring her, and then you don't have to worry about, you know, giving other characters the status element immunities and whatnot. It makes it a bit smoother of a process. Now we have Veruka, one of the probably my favorite power link slot farmers, to be honest. She has a technique link slot potions plus 10, and then she has drain on all of her abilities besides her SA 3, because it's just a charged SA3, so it just heals you, which is really, really nice. Berserker value of 40%, Havoc plus 20%, Strong Attack Recharge minus 12%, but she also has a damage inflicted at full stamina plus 30%. So, I mean, her DPS is okay, nothing crazy, but the main factor for her is to bring her in epic raids, or at least Inheritance Zone, and just go ham and farm up all the technically side potions, because like a Berserker value of 40% is good enough in Inheritance Zone. There's nothing wrong with it. You're still one-shotting everything in there. And then we have Byakuya. He's mainly just a link. He's better than the Sunson 100%. He has a Berserker value of 40%, Devastation plus 40, Frenzy plus 1, Multi-Barrier, and he has Strong Attack Recharge minus 12%, and he has weakening on all his abilities besides his SA2. So I do think that he is a better character overall, but I definitely don't think he's worth using realistically. I would just still use him as a link, slap him on Balgo or something, or the Okiora or the Neliel, and just farm that way. He also has that full stamina, increased strong attack damage plus 40%, a medic, and a stretcher plus 1. But the main point of him is the Heartlink slot potions plus 5 as the soul trait. And so that is all the characters. I'm sorry this turned out to be such a long video. I tried to like get in really good like detail for all the characters, and then I saw how long the video was. I was like, I should probably ramp it up a little bit. But yeah, I think this is an amazing banner to summon on. Definitely not needed, but it is definitely like an insanely high value banner. So if you skipped a lot of banners this year and you don't have a lot of these characters, or maybe you're newer, it definitely is worth summoning at least up until step 6. I don't recommend a single person to go past step 6 until we at least see what the Bankai Live is on the 24th. So keep that in mind, and then after that, make your decision if you want to go any deeper. But at the moment, I think almost anyone should go to step 6, unless you just have most of the characters like I do. Like, I just simply don't have Orihime and Byakuya, and other than that, I don't need anyone else. I would love an 8th anniversary Ichigo dupe, and that's realistically about all I would want. Everyone else is at least 2-5 or higher, so I'm chilling. I don't really mind skipping this banner. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Take care, and peace out.